You know, I thought it was walnut when I made it, but it was a blonde walnut, and I've kind of since discovered it's probably called butternut. Teja could maybe verify that. It sounds really nice. This top, I believe, came from the piano we moved out of Andrew Page's house in the thunder and the rain and the lightning.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Me and Ira and Jeff and Maurice went to Andrew Page's house because he had a piano he wanted to get rid of.
That was a day.
It was pouring rain that day. It was in Berkeley. And we took this piano and rolled it down his front stairs on a ramp. Lightning struck like around the corner and hit someone, we found out. We heard this huge bolt of lightning. We didn't hear the person scream or anything or scissor.
No.
But we heard this huge and we were like, we either got to stop or we got to do this really fast. It was kind of crazy. But anyway, I think she got one of those tops. I'm really bad at documenting where the piano's tops went because they had a big pile in my garage and I just grabbed them and tapped them and decided this one should go to this person. Anyway, so she got a piano top, she got a beautiful Macassar ebony neck, but I didn't stain it. I kept it where it's got some blonde things in it, which is really pretty. And again, the butternut back and sides, but we stained it to make it dark. So let's bring her up here and hear how it sounds. Maggie Forti.
Yeah, this beautiful guitar. I'm also just so honored to be an owner of a Mario DeSio. What a legacy he has created. And yeah, we go back like 30 years as well to the Owl and Monkey, which so many of us played at back when. And it has a little Fibonacci sequence in here that and beautiful abalone. But I cried the first time I played this. It was so beautiful. It like held the music in it from the piano.
Did you drop a tear in the sound hole?
Don't know. Is that a thing? Is that something that you see? Okay, so it's there. I was going to do the same song that Joe did, that beautiful Crosby tune, All Along the Lee Shore.
I could hear it 5 or 6 times tonight.
No, I wanted to just find someone to sing harmonies with me, so I did not. So. Somewhere half asleep, half waking, where my dreams are still floating in view. Tried to hold on to what I was seeing. Thought I saw your vision in my room. When I want something badly to be true, can play tricks on my mind, but I thought that I saw you clearly. If for just a moment in time, I've heard there's a place between worlds where our loved ones pass through when they die. But before they can travel through this curtain, they linger close beside us for a while. Could it be we don't always know what is real? Could it be science catching up? Could it be that we sense and know things that sound crazy, but we've been part of? Ooh. Yeah, there's a portal, there's a door. to another world that lives somewhere in another dimension. Yeah, but no one yet can tell us where it is. Could it be we don't always know what's real? Could it be science catching up? Could it be that we sense enough things that sound crazy, but we're not making up? Ooh, somewhere half asleep, half waking, where my dreams are floating in view. But I tried to hold on to what I was seeing. Yeah, I know I saw your vision in my room. In my room.
She's got such a gorgeous voice. So, the first guitar I ever made was a 12-string Rickenbacker 330, I think 330 copy, because I wanted one and I couldn't buy guitars anymore because we had a son on the way. So I just looked at pictures online and I looked at how the body looked and I bought a neck at Stuart McDonald and put this thing together in the backyard. And then I got really fascinated by Rickenbacker guitars. I got really fascinated by Les Pauls too, and then I got really fascinated by every guitar because I suddenly thought, I can have whatever I want, finally, in my life. I can build whatever the hell I want. I can make any guitar. I made a Parker Fly. I made so much stuff that's in my garage right now. But these things, I never liked them when I first saw them. They're Rickenbacker 620s, and I always thought they were kind of goofy looking. And then somehow it got into me and I was like, wow, these are actually kind of cool looking. And I made a bunch of them. This one I made for my good friend and now bassist in our Secret Identities band, Ishak Kang. And it is just spectacular. And I want him to come up and play for you. You ready? Oh, and he's going to play through an amp I made, a tube amp I made too.
Did you turn it on?
I will. You're in your pedal board? You're all set up?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Century, writing tunes for people. This is allegedly the first tune he ever wrote. It's also probably his most famous piece. It's called Shebek Shemor, which means...
I have a couple that are heavier, and I have a couple that are lighter.
I was just curious. Did
I have some Les Pauls that weigh way more than a Les Paul, and I have some that weigh just about right. Depends on the wood I use. And this is like a Champ amplifier, a 2-tube amplifier, but it uses a bigger power tube, so it's a little more powerful. Get out of the way.
Got some pedals, cause why not?
Why not? Electric guitar.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. It's really awesome hearing all y'all. It's like a master class on songwriting. I don't consider myself a songwriter, but I do mess around with things. I do want to do funnier stuff because it's funny. It's great when people laugh telling a story, but unfortunately, I have a very morose period where I was singing, so this will be a little bit more depressing. This one's called Along and Strong.
Boulevard of broken dreams and land. Sometimes living with the ones who put us under. what is white is black. I'm waiting for the sensation back all alone. Oh, 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 oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mario. Freaking excellent.
Thank y'all.
I gotta point out something else.
So when I built that thing,
So when I made mine,
I tried to play it, and I was like,
they have these
have no use for this thing.
tailpieces,
Into it, it's just-
and it has an R on it, of course. You can't get them really. Rickenbacker won't sell you one unless you have one that's broken. You send them a broken one, they'll get you a replacement one. So you can't get them, and you can find them on eBay, but they're like $275 if people have them, they sell them. Which I thought was ridiculous. So I took some brass and a propane torch, and I just made them. This is actually, they will sell you this little piece that holds the tailpiece. So I did buy like 5 or 6 of
I
those.
just had to play with that little bit too.
But when I made mine, I put an R on it. And when I made this, I actually put the Rickenbacker font on it. And then everybody I knew was coming and going, "You idiot, why are you putting Rickenbacker's name on it? I know you're copying the guitar, but you made it." So then I changed and I put an M on it.
For DeSio?
I was a friggin' idiot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Public schools. No, he actually.
So,
Mario,
this is why we're here.
what's it like to spend so much time with
So
each of them and then give them up and then
But he has this
them
big.
again?
We did this.
You know, I gotta tell you something, like, when they all come back here, it's like, wow, I forgot things about them. I mean, I have lots of pictures and I document a lot of things about them, but I kind of forget. And then they show up here, I'm like, holy crap, wow, I forgot about that. Wow, look at that.
Am I the only
Damn.
one that had to promise to give it back?
No.
Wow.
I asked a couple of people who got Coco Bolo ones because that would have shot through the price to actually will the guitar to my son Dante, because I realized that wood's going up in price like crazy and that guitar will be worth money in the future no matter who built it. And I thought that's a little thing I could leave him. Everybody thought I was dying. They're like, why are you asking for that? Are you gonna die? I was like,
Why? Why?
I'm fine. I just had a checkup. Everything's fine. I just suddenly thought
because I was
it'd be
thinking I
nice to
should
get
bring
that,
Mokai up next, and the next guy who
that wood
challenged
back
me,
and do
like,
something.
beyond my ability.
Anyway, along those lines, maybe not along those lines. No segue here at all. I'd like to bring Teja up here. Now, I have a lot to say about Teja before he comes up here, or as he comes up here. Teja's one of the people that helped me so much learn how to do this stuff. He knows so much about guitars. He's worked for all these guitar magazines, reviewing guitars. He had me go to one of the magazines he worked at, sit there, and he put a $10,000 guitar in my hands, and he said, "This is what you have to strive for." And good freaking luck. You know? And then he was one of the people that I approached in the beginning about,
It might be
you know,
brilliant. It might just be
the deal. Let me make you a guitar and learn how to make a guitar, and you pay for the materials. And some of the people I offered that to just threw me a left curve. Like they were like, "I want this then," and I was like, "Well, I don't know how to do that," you know. Teja wanted a baritone guitar. I never made a baritone guitar. I just made a handful of acoustic guitars, 6 strings. And he wanted a baritone, but he hooked me up with another guy who built baritones. And we talked and he told me some things. But I was terrified that I'm making this guy who worked for Acoustic Guitar Club magazine. Now he has his own online reviewing guitar thing, and I was like, he's not gonna like it. He's not gonna play it. This is freaking crazy. And I built it, and then it's sitting in the corner of my room before I called him. And I noticed that the neck was like this. I was like, oh man. So then I had to go online and learn how to steam a neck off a guitar and reset a neck. So I got extra learning experience from that. But I fixed it, and then I finally called him and said, I think it's ready. I think you can have it. And I was like, fuck, why did I do this? But he likes it. He likes it a lot. He plays it a lot. He likes it.
He's so surprised. He's surprised.
So, up here with his Peruvian walnut and beautiful Sitka spruce top, Teja Gerken.
you. Ted, can I plug this in?
He'll show you what he
Yes,
did.
you may. You
Yes,
may.
okay.
Oh, you want to use that?
What was this? Oh, this is iris cable. Okay, I wasn't
That's number 5.
Might be running through a huge, ridiculous premium.
whatever.
No, that's number 5.
As the DeSio 7.
Well, whatever cable this is.
Is it plugged in yet?
Yeah.
B. That's what I was going to mention next.
Okay, that seems to work.
Well, that's just direct. See the difference?
Perfect. Great. Well,
Yeah, see how it's thinner here?
thank you.
Here?
You're amazing.
Well, my name is Teja Gerken, and I just before anything, I just want to say, Mario, this thing you've done of bringing all these people together is just amazing. I'm around a lot of guitar makers, and this is the kind of thing that most of them would care for. And it's just, you know, having become friends with so many of you guys through this process of knowing Mario and working on these guitars has just been so great. I also got a killer guitar out of the deal. So yeah, Mario got in touch and said, you know, I really want to build your guitar. We met at the Bazaar Cafe, like most of us probably. I have some really nice guitars, and I knew I probably wasn't going to replace one of my standard 6 strings. But I've always wanted a baritone guitar, which for those of you who don't know what a baritone guitar is, it's tuned a fourth lower than a standard guitar, so it's kind of between a guitar and a bass. So it's tuned B to B usually, except I'm an alternate tuning guy, so I go even lower. And right now I'm tuning that would be a C tuning on a standard guitar. This is a low B. I mean a low G. And I've been using this guitar a lot in a fingerstyle guitar duo that I'm in with a great player named Doug Young. And it's all over our debut CD that we came up with just before COVID hit with excellent timing. The CD was released literally 2 days before the lockdown.
Taking it on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
K and K.
So I'll play an Irish tune, a tune by the great Irish composer Tulla O'Carolan, who was a blind harper who traveled across Ireland on a horse in the 16th century, writing tunes for people. This is allegedly the first tune he ever wrote. It's also probably his most famous piece. It's called Shebeg Shemore, which means Big Fairy Hill, Little Fairy Hill. And I think we all need a little fairy hill action here today. That's how it goes.
So the idea is that like a 6 string, but then you have an extra bass. Say you play B, I have a little B. That's the sharp down. And a D up.
so much.
Good job, Joe.